Hey, y'all. Okay, so I needed to do a real quick video. I meant to do this video um, a day or two ago, but I hadn't been feeling well. But uh, we all need to be making sure that we are very close to God right now as we are transitioning into the new, right? Um, God brought up to me that it's hard to get somewhere that you've never been before, right? He's taking you to a new place. This is somewhere you have never been before. You've never been here. You know, you may have been a lot of places. You may have had a lot of experiences, but you've never been here. You've never experienced this, what God has for you, right? This is completely new. So he was mentioning, how can you get somewhere that you've never been before without direction, right? And so a lot of people, he's calling us to be close to him so he can give us clear direction as he transitions you into the new. Some people may have to move, not everybody. Some people are already living, where he wants them to be, but some people may have to move. And you're going to need his guidance on those things. You may have to move from where you live. You may have to switch job positions. You may have to move from certain people, right? There's some things that are required as you transition into the new. So not to be surprised when, those requirements are made. And something he was showing me as well, he is not going to allow you to be comfortable in a temporary position. Some jobs you were only supposed to be at temporarily until it's time to transition into this new place, into this new season of your life. Some homes you're only supposed to live in temporarily, and until it was time for you to transition into this new, right? So when you try to hold on to something that God only meant for you to have temporarily, and now it's time to move forward, one or two things are going to happen. And this is just something I've experienced. Either he's going to allow you to become incredibly uncomfortable. You may have finally found your comfort zone in it. You may have finally adapted, right? He's not going to allow you to be comfortable somewhere that was just temporary for you to stay, just temporary for you to be in, right? If a job position is just temporary, he's not going to allow you to remain comfortable there. When it's time to move, he's going to call for discomfort, So that's one of the things that he normally shows me. Normally, if he causes me to experience discomfort in a certain area, position, whatever it is, I know it's time up. Right? And then the other thing is, he might just outright allow you to be pushed out. You may just outright lose that job or that position that you had. He may outright allow you to be pushed out, right? But don't fret. Don't fret. That's basically why I'm making this video, y'all. We are transitioning into the new. Temporary places have to go. All right? God wants to put you somewhere solid. He showed me him giving his people several gifts. One of the first two gifts he was giving them was rest and comfort. He's going to position you somewhere you can be comfortable and finally rest and be safe. This has been, I don't want to say it's been a traumatic year, but it's developed so much in us. Okay, it's developed so much in us, but it's been a rough year. It has been a rough year, and a lot of us are tired, and we need some good rest. And God knows that, and he's going to give us that, right? But he doesn't want you resting in these temporary places, these temporary positions, and then next year is the year of exposure. You're releasing your gifts. You're no longer hiding. So if you're in a job position that has nothing to do with the gifts and talents, and the season for that job is up, then that's up. And he's going to be moving you into the position where you can shine, where he can see the gifts and talents that he put on the inside of you released. If you made a choice and you said, Father, I belong to you. I chose you. Use me. I'm yours, right? If you made that choice with God, He's calling for your gifts and your talents. He's calling for them to be released, right? So he's transitioning you into a position where you can release them. And if you're dragging your feet, I had to find this out the hard way. I am low-key shy. These videos were like super hard for me to make, and I still had to pray, for God to help me say what he wants me to say. But he had to allow me to be pushed in certain, and he had to allow me to be made very uncomfortable just for me to release these videos. He had to, one day I'm gonna do a video on that, but I had to experience a lot of discomfort, but it was for my good. And if he had not allowed me to be uncomfortable, I would have never started making these videos. I would have never had the courage. I would have never saw myself being able to do it. I had to have my back up against the wall several times, and I had to know that God said, you made a choice. Either I'm gonna better use you or I can't, you know, either you're gonna obey or you're not, right? Oh, y'all. But anyways, I just basically was making this video to tell y'all, don't fret. We're going through a transitional process. Some of us are going through a transitional process. You need to be close to God to get guidance, okay? God needs to be able to guide you to where you're going because you've never been there before, and he's the only one who can tell you how to get there. So closeness with him is everything right now in this season, everything. Because, and like I'm experiencing it right now, right? But he's only giving me a little bit. He's giving me a little here, a little there. And one thing you can't do is you cannot overanalyze the situation. You can't try to figure everything out because it's not for you to figure out. And you need to do what God told you to do and don't worry about his part. So if God told you to do X, Y, and Z, you can't keep trying to figure out his part. You got to do what he told you to do, right? And I'm talking to myself as well. He gave me some simple things to do, and I'm trying to figure out how that's going to get me where he showed me. But that's not for me to worry about. I just need to do the simple things that he told me to do, right? If you look at even in the Bible stories, God will always, he would tell them to do things that made no sense for the goals they were trying to attain. The things he would tell people to do in the Bible were miraculous. Oh God, and this is the season of miracles. Whew. The things he told them to do made absolutely no sense. But they did it, and God worked the miracle, and he got all the glory from it. Lord have mercy. This is the season of miracles and God's glory being seen like never before, y'all. So just to encourage y'all, if you're going through a transitional process, don't try to hold on to old things. If you have to leave a job position, if you have to leave a place, God has better for you. You can't have the new while holding on to the old, and you're going to be happier where he places you. And he promises the gift of rest when you get there, okay? Rest is coming, so just hold on and endure. But a lot of us are going through a transitional process. This is just confirmation for you. And then also, so this is just confirmation, y'all. And he just emphasized closeness. He emphasized closeness. He said, how can you get somewhere that you've never been before? You need direction from him. He's the only one who can give you direction to somewhere you've never been before. It's a surprise. And if he's only giving you small little bits and pieces, you're not alone, okay? Just do what he told you to do. Stop trying to figure out his part. It is not for you to figure out. Let him be God. Do the little, and I know, y'all, I'm talking to myself. Do the simple thing he told you to do, whatever it is, and don't try to put logic around it. And I challenge you to go read some Bible stories where he performed miracles and see how he operates. You can't figure God out, and you can't put him in a box. So just do what he told you to do, and trust him with the rest. Trust him with the rest. God, when I tell you, he will blow your mind. Just do what he told you to do, okay? All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. I hope this encouraged somebody and helped whoever it was for. All right. Y'all be blessed.